Let me just tell y'all something. They do not play. Okay? Let me tell you a little story about the Harley boys and girls. When you do a group ride with them, they really rock your world. So in order for the Clampets not to, jam me up with copyrights, we just gonna keep it rolling. But anyway, really wonderful ride. Let me just say, when we first got there to the gas station where they meet, all the bikes were lined up in order of, I guess, how they were gonna, file out of the gas station for the ride. They were all clean. They were beautiful. All different bikes. I mean, they were Harley Davidson and some other bikes and whatever. But they had trikes, which is the one wheel in the front, two in the back, and then they had the Spyders. We were on the end, and then we had the Honda. My husband rode his Honda. He was the only Honda, but I think they're gonna fix that. They're gonna fix him. He was broken, but they're gonna fix him. So anyway, so we all lined up, but before the ride actually took place, they brought everybody together. They had a safety meeting, safety briefing, and we met the host, the guy that was actually hosting the ride. So from my understanding, different people in the group, in the organization, the chapter, can host a ride. And when they host that ride, they actually run the ride. And so, they also select where they're gonna eat at the end of the ride. So we met the guy that hosts the ride, and I'll post some pictures of all that stuff. But we met him, we got to talk, and he did the whole safety briefing. Before we had to sign a waiver, before we even attended the whole, chapter meeting, the meeting for the safety briefing and all of that stuff. And so they invited us on their group ride.
We were their guests.
Yeah, we were their guests today on their group ride, and it was freaking fantastic. Organized. If you are going to do a group ride, hear me when I say this. You have to do it with people that know how to do it. I woke up this morning, I was very nervous. For one, it's kind of like when you're sick and you Google your symptoms and you realize you think you're dying. Do not go on YouTube and watch a group ride, because then you will think that all group rides are that way. And so that's what I did. But I kind of figured that theirs was different when exactly what all they do when they have group rides. So I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. And sure enough, they do a safety briefing. They go over all the hand signals that they're going to do on the ride. I think they had like 27 or 28 riders today, and they break the whole group down into, was it 5 riders?
Yes, groups of no more than 5 or 6 riders.
Yeah, and so each group that you have a road captain, and then you have the people that's riding in the group, and then the last person is the sweeper, right? The sweeper. And the sweeper basically, and help me with this.
Bring up the rear, make sure everybody is still together.
Right. And just, kind of like, okay, and if somebody breaks down and having issues, they can kind of see what's going on because they're in the back. And then the group that we were in were the president of the chapter. I rode behind Phil, and then my husband rode behind me, and then Tanya, his wife, rode behind him, and then the sweeper was the last one. And so I'm right up there behind the president. I'm trying to pay attention to the hand signals, because this signal right here means double file. Yeah, double file, one finger, single file. If he points with his foot or with his hand, there's something down on the block, on the street that you have to watch out for. Be mindful of, pothole, dead animal, whatever, something in the road. What other? Oh, if he did the single file, normally it was when there were bike riders or something like that.
For whatever reason, it was safer to ride.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it would be safer to ride single file.
Staggered column.
Right, but for the most part, we we rode staggered, and that's very crucial to the ride. And then staying, what was it, 2 seconds? Two seconds apart from each other. So I found myself during the whole ride, you know, one minute, 2 minutes. I counted the whole damn ride.
Yes, you did. To
the point where my husband was like, because we had our systems on, and he said, "Are you enjoying the ride?" I'm like, "No, I'm counting." I'm trying to count, making sure I, didn't stay behind him, stay too far or too close to him. But then also when we got to different street light corners or street lights or whatever, or we would come up on the side of each other. So he would be on the side, on the right, the left, and then I would pull up on the side of him. But when we got ready to take off, let him take off first, and then when his back wheel clears my front wheel, then we pull out. It's almost like you're riding as one large vehicle, but you're still, 4, 5, 6 cars, 6 bikes, riding together. So seeing all of that synchronization take place was just absolutely freaking amazing. And then trying to soak all that in and learn it and see what was going on. And so that was a very interesting learning curve, but it was a good learning curve because, again, safety was the big issue and concern. And we did see, what was it, out in Montgomery?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere out in Montgomery, we did see a huge motorcycle group. It had to be over 40 something motorcycles all together. Did it grow?
Yeah.
It grew?
The number grows every time.
The number grew, didn't
it? Went from 29.
We was in the driveway. I think it was 30, wasn't it?
It was 20 to 30.
It was 20.
Now it's 40.
Now it's 40? Okay.
Tomorrow it'll be 100. It's 100 gangs. 100 people motorcycle gang.
It was a lot of motorcycles.
Anyway.
Let's just say it was a lot of motorcycles. Okay, it was more than what we were riding. It was more than 5. Okay.
Let's say 25.
Okay, let's go 25. So about 25 riders. They were all grouped together, but they were all grouped together. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Tour de France, but when one bicyclist go down, they all end up going down. That's what would have happened.
The peloton.
Yeah. So you don't want to, and Phil mentioned that to us as when we were going over everything that we learned and talked about. That's a big no-no, riding in groups that large. And then the guy one of the riders blocked the intersection to let all of the riders go, which, that's a no-no. So seeing what everybody do out on the road was very interesting. Then we had lunch at a ramen noodle restaurant. First time doing something like that, but I'm getting out of my comfort zone. And so it was really good to the point where we're going to go back and just kind of chill out because I really didn't eat all of my noodles, and I wanted to. Okay, I talked because I was interested in what was trying to learn some stuff. And so I didn't eat all my food, and then I realized, damn, that was really good. I should have ate it all, but I didn't. So we're gonna go back and and enjoy it. But anywho, we got to talking about the leather vest that everyone has and the patches on it. And I didn't realize that certain shapes of the patches you can't wear. Because the 1%ers, and y'all got to look up the 1%ers. I ain't going into all of that. But the 1%ers, let's just say if you ever watched Sons of Anarchy, that shit is true. Excuse my French, but that shit is true. Okay? So you got to be real careful about what you put on your vest, what shape it's in, what insignias you have on your vest, where stuff is placed, because they really about that life out there.
Out there.
They really about that life out there. I learned something today. I learned a lot about group rides, and I just wanted to share this with you ladies because, again, I started riding last October when I got my bike, and so I'm new to all of this. So, for someone that's new, that's just getting on this website or getting in the group, and somebody invites you on hey, let's go on a group ride. And then you get out there and you realize you just looked up your symptom. You just looked up your symptom on YouTube or on the website, and you about to die because you don't really understand all the mechanics of a group ride. And so, you know, I'm just sharing what I learned today by going on a organized, well organized. I mean, he had a clipboard. The host of this ride,
that's saying something.
he had a clipboard and he was flicking up papers and he had stuff written down and he was going over everything. They were serious. And then Mr. Field, the president of the chapter, brought that waiver over and we had to sign that waiver with signature and print. Look here. If somebody invites you to go on a group ride and they don't have a clipboard, and they don't have a waiver for you to sign,
You may want to rethink that.
You may want to rethink that, Doc, because I'm telling you, these jokers don't play. So I'm going to sum it up to, we had a wonderful day. I learned a lot. We learned, I'm sure my husband learned a lot.
My first group ride on a motorcycle.
Yeah, on a motorcycle and on his little Honda. But we going to fix that because I think he made a lot of new friends today.
My Honda's not that little.
It ain't as big as the other ones.
I'm nimble and agile and flexible.
Yeah, you quick on your Honda. So anyway, there you go. That was part 2 of our group ride, very first official group ride with the Harley Davidson chapter of the Woodlands. And like I said, I just wanted to share what I learned today. My husband and I, we both learned today because I'm sure he learned a lot. Riding, you know, I think he's going to need a bigger
boat.
He going to need a bigger bike. He going to need a bigger bike because the ride was absolutely gorgeous. And just to ride with a group of people that have been doing this and everything was synchronized and done in a safe manner, it just made the ride that much more enjoyable. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is long, but it is what it is, you know. So God bless. You guys have a wonderful week ahead of you. And, you know, like I said, if you get invited to a group ride and they don't have a waiver for you to sign, or a sweeper, or a road captain, and that road captain don't have shit on the clipboard, tell them, no thank you. No thank you.
I left my phone at home. I'll be right back.
Yeah, there you go. Love y'all. Peace out.